Hello,
The
and
dark
welcome back
presence had come
to
for me,
Alan 2.
drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
And we are back and going to try to figure out a way to get through all this. Okay.
The muse was the murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
Let's see what the climax looks like.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley. Wake.
So before we go to room 108, let's go check out the other scenes. See if it'll let me access this. Which interest hall, ballroom, and rehearsal room. So we can go into, let's see what it'll do for the rehearsal room 202. Yeah. What will the rehearsal room look as the climax? Is there anything of,
I changed the story, and with that, the dark place changed. This was not the ritual murder site I was looking for. This had just been an appetizer before the main course.
okay. Hey, looking at me like I'm crazy right now. Okay, let's go look at the ballroom and then see how it looks with the climax.
Awake. I just want to say. Drown is not in the Oh, no.
Soon, what had happened here would be just another urban legend. No one would know the truth, except for the cult and Casey. The dirty cops would make sure none of this would be traced back to their diabolical masters hiding in the dark.
Okay. So there's gotta be a way to get there. I will figure this out. Oh, hey. Yeah. I did not expect it to be that easy, but okay. Did I miss something in the ballroom?
writing was affecting reality.
Apparently I did miss something. Sweetness. Okay, now we go down to room 08. Sorry, there was a lot of me trying to figure out how to get stupid words of power. Climax there, devil, climax, okay. And let me check the map. Alright, so all that's left is this 108. I got everything it looks like. Beware the drowned lady. Spooky. Record player? Or vinyl, I mean. Is there a vinyl here somewhere? Lost on the shore between the forest and the ocean, the owl and the deer reflected in motion. In his room he will hurt her. In hers he is caught. His story ends, her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Who's there?
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body. Somehow it was important. Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Rick? Are I still trapped? The clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker. It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write our...
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape, somehow. I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return. power was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of Return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before it gets to me.
Had I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of the cave, an echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Excuse me. So I have been sitting here trying to get back into there to the subway and going in there. Nope. I cannot return to where I once was. So I am stuck. So I guess we're going in here. We're going to continue on with Alan's story before we go to Saga's and see what he has to say to Saga so we can figure out what happens in the real world. Get a little backstory. Well, technically we won't really know. We'll just see Saga talk to us and see what is going on with her story. Maybe. Hey, you stay closed. I did not come in here for some hotel to open doors. Yeah, I guess I'm going in. Let's go.
Go to hell!
I just got here. Why were you yelling go to hell to me? What did I do? Hey Alice, everything good with you back home? Just checking in. Tried to call but couldn't reach you. You are probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of projects. Everything else disappears. If you call back and can't reach me, I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. Still a mystery to me. Oh, and if you want me to help with anything business related to your expedition, just say the word. Your pal Barry. Don't Barry. Hey Alice. Sharks circling. They now want to turn what happened to AI or Al into a movie and or a TV show and or get this a fucking video game. I told them to fuck off. Also, in case you hear about this from someone else, a true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about Al. I hunted down her publisher and told them we'll sue. Hey Alice, checking in 'cause I haven't heard from you. Everything good back there? I've been trapped in non-stop meetings with no breaks. Open kimono. I have considered peeing in a mug, and lunches be damned. How these people ever get a movie made when all they do is sit in meetings is beyond me. Your pal Barry. Hey Alice, you're gonna think I've been replaced by an evil devil, but I have joined a cult and I love it. Joking about it being a cult. Kind of. Blessed Wellness Retreat. Working with Al or the Andersons was tough sometimes, but these movie business types are insane. My stress levels were through the roof, but then I was tipped off about the retreat, the best decision I ever made. I have never felt this good and, well, healthy. The guy who runs this place, Chester, he's a goddamn miracle worker. Not a wacko in any way. I know you think I'm full of shit, but I've lost a ton of weight. You wouldn't recognize me. Chester says I'm lucky to have ended up here, and something bad would have happened to me if I stayed in New York. I believe him. I wasn't feeling great after everything that happened, especially after those FBC creepos wanted to chat with me, enough to turn anyone into a conspiracy nut. I hope you're good over there. Come visit any time. West Coast is not as bad as I made it sound in my earlier mails. Your pal Barry. Hey Alice, I'm more a fish out of water in Hollywood than I've ever was in the Pacific Northwest wilderness. These yuppies with their glow-in-the-dark teeth couldn't be more fake if they had 6 fingers and everything is so fucking great all the time, even when it's in fact the opposite. More than once I've thrown up in my mouth during meetings with these movies exec jerks. But I gotta be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights for the Casey books, and they have moronic ideas of what to do with them. It's my duty to herd the horde of tan zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. I'm painfully aware how deeply Al would have hated adaptations if they didn't do justice to his vision. He was a master of hating things deeply, for good reasons. I mean, that's why we loved him so much, right? Anyway, gotta hop on another video call now to talk about casting. Your pal Barry. I miss you, Barry.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
No, Barry.
I needed to get inside the manuscript. Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
What's the heck look in there? What was the glare from the light bulb? Okay.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera. There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for. There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end. Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice. I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me ahead of Scratch.
Part 3 Return. Obsession. Things were getting worse at home. Alice's art project had consumed the apartment. She was obsessed with darkness, with finding the truth. All she would find was Scratch. I had to get to the writer's room behind my study door. I needed the truth too. I need a return. Okay.
Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of Initiation.
Mass. Okay. No.
It was
Locked
locked
door.
from the other side.
Shoebox. Okay. No. Alright. Oh, switch realities. I don't. Alright. Okay. Let's see.
I don't have time for this, so let's get it over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say. Door, Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping? I had no time to waste.
This is all the time I got. In the next one, we will continue playing. We'll continue playing as Alan Wake, and we will try to figure out what needs to be done, what we need to go through, and all that stuff, and we will figure it all out. And until then, always remember that I am Jack the Mellow, and do keep it mellow, and if not, do Jack that mellow, and I will see you later. Bye!